What's up guys, welcome back to another video. And in this video let's talk about payments, guys. A large amount of people have been asking me to do a video on how to bring in the Stripe payment system inside our Flutter applications. For those of you who don't know, Stripe is a company that provides ready-made payment solutions that could be integrated into your mobile applications or web-based applications. They provide a set of API, guys, using which you can handle you can bring in a payment gateway easily inside your applications. That's it. So a lot of people have been asking me to do that, and hence we'll see how to bring that inside our Flutter applications in this video. We are going to be making use of this Stripe payment plugin for this purpose, and also we are going to be storing our stuff on Firebase. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. I have an application here that I scaffolded just now. What I'll be doing is first I'll create a login page and then ask the user to log in. Okay, so I'll go ahead and create a login page. I've also configured Firebase inside this application, guys. For those of you who don't know how to do that, I made videos on how to bring in Firebase inside your Flutter applications. I'll leave a link to those videos in the description below, or you can just visit my Flutter playlist, and that playlist contains all of the videos that I have made on Flutter so far. So what I'll do is I'll have a login page I have already covered this logging in extensively in my previous videos, guys. So what I'll do is I'll skip this part entirely. So I'll create a login page using which you can log in inside your application. That's it. And the application will simply have a home page. That's it. Okay, a blank home page. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing now. I'll just skip this. Once I'm done, I'll just resume recording and then explain whatever I have done so far. Okay. All right. Now, as you can see here, I have simply created a login page that has two text fields, one for getting the email and the other one for getting a password, and it has a button upon tapping which I am simply signing in using the given credentials and then moving the user to the home page. In the home page, I simply have a green color button right in the center of the screen, and then tapping on that button, I will simply be adding that particular card as a payment source for that particular customer. Okay. Simple. For now, forget about this home page. We have just created a login interface. Okay, so I'll reconfigure this to use our login page instead of now if we run this application, it will just open up our login page. Upon logging in, it will simply take us. I'll show you. I'll run this and show you. Alright, now we have the two fields and a login button, right? Let's just try to log in. I have enabled email login for this, and I have created a single user for that as well. Let me just show you. See, as you can see here, I have enabled the email login and I have a single user. So I'll just simply use that. Once I tap on login, it logs in and shows me a screen wherein I have a simple button right in the center, right? So let's go ahead and continue from here, guys. The other thing I have done here is I have a cards collection in which I have a single document which contains the UID of this particular user as the ID. Okay, the document ID. And inside the document, I have two fields. One is the customer ID and the email. The customer ID I have given it as new, and the email is nothing but the email that I just used to log in. Okay, I have created a collection like this in the Firestore as well. Now let's go ahead and write more code. Let's get into homepage.dart. Upon tapping this, what needs to be done is I should be able to allow the user to add a card to the system, right? So what I'll do is here is where I'll be making use of the Stripe plugin. Stripe payment plugin. Fine, this is now installed. Now all we need to do is get back to home page, and then we need to inside the init state, exactly like it's given here, you just need to set the publishable key. Okay, Stripe source.set publishable key. Publishable key, you can get it from your dashboard here. Here I have publishable key and secret key, right? Similar, creating a account on Stripe is pretty much easy, guys. Once you create an account on Stripe, you would be given some sandbox mode. It will be like a sandbox mode where you can do all kinds of testing. And then for a live account, you would need to click on activate your account and then provide details so that they activate your account, and hence you can do live operations, that is operations on real cards and real accounts. Okay, for now we'll be just playing around with the test data. For the test, I have a publishable key, which is what I'll be copying now and then making use of. So I just need to stripe source. Oh, I didn't import stripe source dot set publishable key, and then I'll add my key here. Fine, that is done. Now inside this on pressed method, what I need to do is I just need to say stripe source. Once again, it's here. Stripe source dot add source. That's exactly what I'm doing. Add source dot then this will return a token. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and store the token inside the collection over here. Where is it? Collection over here. Okay, so for that I'll create a new folder, services, and inside this folder I'll go ahead and create a file, name it as payment service dot. Fine, and inside this what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add some imports here, and then class payment cards dot document user dot uid dot collection tokens dot add. Fine, you understand what I have done here, right? I am simply getting into this cards collection, and then inside this particular document I am simply adding a sub collection called tokens, and inside that collection I am simply adding this token. That's it. Once this token is added, it will simply print saved on the console. That's it. Now I'll be making use of this particular method here, payment service dot what was that, add card, right? Okay, if the user taps on add card now, then I'll be able to add his card to the I'll be able to add a token. Okay, what I'll be doing is I'll be triggering stripe source or add source, and then I'll be getting a token from this particular call, and that token I'll be adding to a sub collection created inside this particular document. This particular document corresponds to the test user, this particular user. Okay, so far you understood the flow, right? Now what I need to do is I'll get into Firebase Cloud Functions and then show you how to proceed on from here. We just need to be making use of this token to create a customer on the Stripe system. Okay, Stripe system has something called customers. See, you can see that there is an option called customers, right? We should be able to create a customer, and then we can simply charge this customer. Okay, whenever we want a payment from this customer, we can simply create a charge on this particular customer ID. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing now using the help of Firebase Cloud Functions. Okay, we already, if you remember, we already used Firebase Cloud Functions for push notifications, right? Flutter push notifications. Similarly, we'll be doing something here. For those who haven't worked with Firebase Cloud Functions, don't worry, just keep watching. Once I am done, I assure you that you will be understanding everything 100%. Okay, so in order to do that, first I'll open up my, no, I already have a terminal opened up. Yeah, here it is. Now what I'll do is I'll create a directory, mkdir stripe pay. Okay, and then I'll do Firebase init. I'll need Firestore, I'll need functions. Okay, let this get installed. Now what we'll do is I forgot to mention one thing to you guys. Here there is a specific instruction, right? Make sure that you abide by this particular instruction. You need to make your main activity extend from the Flutter fragment activity class, otherwise it won't the whole app will crash for sure. I have been stuck with this problem for almost 1 hour, and then I saw this instruction and then tried to do this, and then it worked fine. So I don't want you guys to get stuck here. So what I'll show you exactly what needs to be done. Get into Java, app source main Java. Okay, get into com. Here there is main activity.java, right? Click on this. Here it's Flutter activity, right? Instead of this, you just need to do Flutter fragment activity, and you need to import this as well, right? You need to import Flutter fragment activity as well. So for that, you just need to add an import io dot flutter dot app dot flutter fragment activity. Okay, you understood this, right? So if you don't do this, your app will crash for sure. Don't get stuck here. Okay, I'll simply save. I'll stop this. No need to save. We'll just save this now, and I will close this recommendation, close this file as well. That's it. This is the only change that you need to be doing in order to get the Stripe payments plugin working. Now let's see if this is done. Yeah, this is done. So I'll install Stripe. Okay, cd functions npm install Stripe. Fine, this is installed now as well. Let's just open this up in our VS Code editor. Fine, it's big now, right? I'll close this, and this is what we have initially. I'll remove all these comment lines. Okay, it's exactly like import. Okay, this is exactly like an import statement, right? Now before you just need to, I'll just bump the version of our node engine a little bit so that it accepts our latest JavaScript. You'll understand that in a bit, guys. Okay, for now you just know that I'm just simply bumping the node engine a little bit by setting it here. Okay, now get back into first I'll make use of admin require. Actually, to access Firestore we don't even need admin. Anyway, let's do this. Firebase admin. Fine. Now before proceeding any further, we would need to add the secret key here, so that we would need to configure the secret key to work with cloud functions as well, Firebase cloud functions as well. To do that, we have a command that I have here. Paste it here, and you need to enter your token here. Okay, fine, I added that. Now what I'll do is get back into the code and then const fires. You might wonder why I am doing all this, right? I just have an option to add a card. Now what am I doing here and why I'm doing all this, you might wonder, right? Just please be patient and then watch till the end of the video. You will perfectly understand why we need to do this. Okay, const firestore equals admin.firestore. Now we can use Firestore as if we are the administrator. Constant, we are the administrator actually. Time stamp in snapshots. This I'll set to true, and Firestore dot settings. I'll tell it to pick it up from this settings. Fine. And we also need Stripe, right? So const Stripe equals require Stripe functions. functions dot config dot stripe dot token, exactly the token that we just entered. Okay, I'm just making use of the token here. Now we'll just add a function exports dot add source equals, we'll just to add stripe source equals functions dot firestore dot document. What was the document? Cards. Inside this document containing the ID and subcollection called token, and then another document inside that particular subcollection, right? So I'll specify the exact path, cards something with user ID, and then inside that I have a another subcollection called tokens, and inside that token ID, okay, something like this. And on create, this will be an asynchronous operation, async token snap context. Okay, and this will be a function. Wait, I'll bring everything to the next line. Fine. Now whenever the token is created, this function will get triggered. That's exactly what I have done here, and I'm making use of async. That's exactly why I bumped up the engine version here. And what we can do now is I'll have a customer constant data equals token snap dot after dot data, right? Once we get this, if data equals null, we can simply go ahead and return null. I'll get the token now. Const token equals data dot token ID firestore dot collection, sorry, cards doc context dot params dot user ID. Dot get. Fine. Now this snapshot will be containing this particular document. I am fetching this based on the user ID. Now what I'll do is I'll create two more. Customer source equals snapshot dot data dot customer ID. Instead of source, I'll simply give it as ID. That will be AL0. And another one, const customer email equals snapshot dot data dot email. Fine. Now I have the customer ID and the email here. And what I can do is, if customer ID equals new, then customer equals await stripe dot customers dot create create email customer email source token. Fine. Now you can see what exactly is being done here, right? This token is nothing but the token that we got from this particular snapshot. That is, whenever you remember, right? Wait, here we added this card as a stripe source and we got a token. This token, what we did was we saved it inside this particular document under a subcollection called tokens, right? And that particular token we are once again using here to create a new customer. Okay, if there is an existing customer, we don't need to do this, right? So for that particular case, what I'll do is, no, we need to update the customer ID once the customer is created. So once again, firestore dot collection of cards dot doc context dot params, once again params dot user ID dot update customer ID dot ID. Fine, you understand what is happening here, right? Once the customer is created in Stripe, then I can simply update that ID here in my Firestore collection, right? That customer ID can be updated here. That customer ID is a crucial identifier object, guys. As regards to our system, that customer ID is a crucial identifier object. So every time a new customer tries to add a source, we need to create a customer in our Stripe system and then get that ID and then store it inside a Firestore collection. Once we have done this, yeah, we are almost there, guys. Just bear with me for some more time. If it's not new, then it means that the customer is already existing, right? So in that case, what you can do is firestore dot collection. Oh, why am I doing firestore dot collection? Customer equals await stripe dot customers dot retrieve. For more information on all of these Stripe methods, kindly look into the documentation of Stripe. Okay, Stripe documentation provides a large amount of options that you can do as regards to bringing in a payment system inside your application. Okay, so kindly look into that if you want to get more details about all these endpoints. Retrieve customer. Fine. So once we have the customer ID, I can simply, if the customer ID is not new, then obviously we already have a customer in our system, right? I can simply take that particular customer, retrieve that particular customer and store it inside this customer variable. The next thing we need to do is add a source for this customer. So add that card as a source for this customer. Constant customer source equals customer dot sources dot data of 0. Fine, this is the card. Okay, return firestore dot collection of cards dot doc context dot params dot user ID dot collection. I'll create a new collection called sources. Okay, sources dot doc customer source dot card dot fingerprint dot set customer source fine. You understand what exactly is happening here, right? I'm simply taking this card and then storing it inside my Firestore collection as well under sources, right? So that we can be making use of that particular source to charge the customer again. That's it. Now, even if you didn't understand any of what we did here, anything that we did here, kindly wait. Okay, once this is deployed and you see this in action, see this entire system in action, I assure you that you will understand. Okay, I'll save this for now. We haven't made any errors, so this should go fine. I'll go ahead and simply deploy this. Firebase deploy only functions. Alright, now this is deployed. So what we can do is we can simply run the application and see if this actually it allows us to add a card to our system. Okay, so I'll just run this. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's just now wait, I'll just open my let's just log in and see if everything works fine. Okay, I logged in. Now if I just tap on add card, I should get a small dialog just like it's shown here, and then I should be able to enter my card details. That's exactly what should happen, right? Just tap and see if, let's see if it goes fine as well. Wow, I get this nice dialog, right? The app didn't crash. So I'll just enter a card number that is provided by Stripe for testing. This you can enter whatever you want. And then if I tap on save, it should automatically create a token here, and then once this token is created here, it should automatically trigger a cloud function, and that cloud function will add that particular user as a customer to the Stripe system, and then update that customer's customer ID here as well, right? Let's see if all that happens now. I'll just tap on save. Wow, it added. So now let's see what happens. Once the cloud function, we got the customer ID here updated, right? You just saw that, right? So it means that we would have the source and token. Wait, let's see that. Wow, we have the sources here, which means that our card got added, guys. See, our card got added here, right? This was our card, 4 last 4 digits of the card. So guys, now we have the card in the system. We can use this particular customer ID to charge the user again whenever we want to. We can use that to charge the user whenever the user tries to make a purchase. When the user has added a card to the system now, whenever he tries to make a purchase, we can use this particular customer ID to charge that particular card. Okay, charge this particular payment source, that is. Okay. Now if you get into functions, I would also like to say one more thing to you guys before we wrap this up. If you use a Spark plan, that is the free plan from Firebase, that's the Spark plan, right? If you use that particular plan, you would get an error saying an error with our connection to Stripe. At this particular error, you will get it. Okay, I just kept these logs so that I could show that particular error. So in what this error essentially means is that it won't allow you to perform external HTTP requests. That is, we were doing requests. If you remember, we are doing requests here like await stripe.customers.create, stripe.customers.retrieve. We were doing requests like this, right? The Spark plan does not allow you to do external HTTP requests to Stripe or any other system. So what you could do is that you could upgrade to the Blaze plan. Blaze plan is nothing but pay as you go plan. It doesn't mean that you would be asked to pay anything. Okay, it also covers the free plan as well. So as long as you keep your usage within the free quota, it's simply free. It's $0 a month. That's it. Okay, you don't need to pay anything. Only when it exceeds that quota, the free quota that you were already provided with when you had the Spark plan, that's when you will be charged, right? So what you can do is you can upgrade to the Blaze plan to get this to work. Once you get this to work, a function finished with status okay. Cool, right? So now we have the, have the card added to the system. In our next video, I wanted to show that in this video itself, but looks like this video is already long. So in our next video, I will show you how to charge a customer. That is, I'll have instead of this green button in the center, what I'll do is I'll add a product or something, and when the user tries to buy that particular product, how to charge money based on this payment source that we already have saved in our system. So we can simply charge the client, and once we have received the amount, we can simply display a message to him saying that your transaction was successful or something, just like you would see in a mobile or web application. We can do that. Okay, we'll do that in the next video. In this video, we saw how exactly to add a card to our system and then save that card. Add a card to Stripe and then save that card inside our system so that we can make use of that particular customer. I didn't show you the customer. See, you can see this, right? test@t.com, and the customer ID is CUSELHUX9X. this is nothing but the testing that I did before I started recording this video. Okay, this is the one that I did just now, right? The latest one, ELHUX9X something, right? So if you see that here, ELHUX9XFLZMVCC, exactly the customer ID that we have here. So the Stripe, I added that particular card and the customer to Stripe, and Stripe returned me a customer ID which I once again saved here. Now using this particular customer ID, I can simply retrieve this customer and charge one of his payment sources, right? That is the card that he just added now. I'll show everything in a detailed way in my next video. If you didn't understand anything in this video, I think I might have confused you guys somewhere here and there, but if you didn't understand anything, kindly let me know in the comments and I'll try to explain it in a detailed way. Okay, it's pretty much simple once you get the flow. Okay, so yeah guys, this is what I wanted to show you guys today. This is pretty much easy guys to bring in Stripe. There's also the Square Payments SDK that I haven't yet had a look at. Once I look into that, I'll probably make a video on that as well. But Stripe is pretty much easier to use, and it's being used by a lot of businesses right now. So anyway, this is what I wanted to show you guys in this video. Kindly hit the thumbs up button if you really like this video. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive notifications each and every time I upload a video. And also, if you found this video helpful, kindly share it with someone, tweet about it or share it on Reddit or something, and try to help others as well, right? So yeah guys, subscribe, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.